I never imagined my life would turn into a real-life drama, but here we are. It all started with a simple, crazy idea. I'm what you might call a god-level tycoon, the kind of person you read about in magazines, with more money than I could ever spend. But honestly, it was getting boring. The parties, the fake smiles, the people who only liked me from my bank account. I was tired of it all. I craved something real, a connection that wasn't tied to my wealth. So, I did something drastic. I shed my designer suits, locked away my luxury cars, and moved into a tiny, run-down apartment in the oldest part of the city. I became just another guy, working a simple job, struggling to make ends meet. My goal was simple, to find someone who would love me for me, not for my billions. I wanted to see if genuine connections still existed in this world. Little did I know, this social experiment would lead me straight to her. Her name was Clara. The first time I saw her, she was watering the struggling flowers in the community garden near my apartment. She had this light about her, a warmth that seemed to make the whole dreary neighborhood brighter. She wasn't wearing fancy clothes or dripping in jewels, she was just real. And she was stunningly beautiful, in a natural, effortless way. I was instantly captivated. I started finding excuses to be near the garden, hoping to catch another glimpse of her. One day, I saw her struggling with a heavy bag of soil. This was my chance. I walked over, trying to act casual, and offered to help. She looked up, and when she smiled at me, my heart did a complete backflip. "Thanks," she said, her voice like music. I could definitely use a hand. We started talking, and it was so easy. We talked about everything and nothing, her love for plants, my fake struggles at my new job, our dreams for the future. With every conversation, I fell a little harder. She didn't care that my clothes were worn, or that I could only afford to treat her to cheap street food for our dates. In fact, she seemed to prefer it. She loved the simple things, finding joy in a walk through the park or watching the sunset from an old bridge. For the first time in my life, I felt seen. She saw past the surface and connected with the person I was pretending to be, which, ironically, was the most authentic version of myself I'd been in years. She'd share her own struggles, her dreams of opening a small flower shop one day. I found myself wanting to give her the world, to buy her the biggest flower shop in the city, but I had to hold back. This was my test, and I was determined to see it through. Our dates were unconventional but perfect. We'd have picnics with sandwiches I'd made, we'd explore hidden corners of the city, and we'd spend hours just talking. One evening, we were sitting by the river, and she rested her head on my shoulder. "You know," she said softly, "I've dated guys with money before. They were always trying to impress me with expensive gifts. But with you, it's different. I feel like I can just be myself." Her words were like a gut punch, in the best possible way. This was it. This was the realness I had been searching for. But a cloud of guilt started to form over me. I was living a lie. Every moment we shared was built on a foundation of deception. How could I tell her the truth? Would she hate me? Would she think this whole thing was just a cruel game? The fear of losing her was paralyzing. The pressure mounted with each passing day. My old life kept trying to pull me back. My phone buzzed constantly with calls from my board of directors, my assistants, my family, all of them wondering where I'd vanished to. I ignored them all. The only thing that mattered was Clara, but I knew I couldn't keep this up forever. She deserved the truth. One day, my worlds collided in the worst possible way. Clara and I were walking downtown when we passed a newsstand, and there, on the cover of a major business magazine, was my face. The headline screamed, "The Vanishing Billionaire. Where is he?" Clara stopped dead in her tracks. She looked from the magazine cover to my face, and back again. The confusion in her eyes slowly turned into a look of disbelief. And then, hurt. Deep, cutting hurt. "Is this you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. My heart sank. There was no way to deny it. The game was up. I could only nod, my throat too tight to speak. She just stared at me, the magazine falling from her hand. "So all of this, it was a lie?" she asked, tears welling up in her eyes. "Was I just some kind of experiment to you? A way for a bored rich guy to have some fun?" She didn't wait for an answer. She turned and ran, leaving me standing alone on the sidewalk. The remnants of our simple, beautiful world shattered around me. I was devastated. I had found the one thing I'd been searching for my entire life, only to destroy it with my own deception. For days, I was a wreck. I didn't care about the money or the empire I had built. None of it meant anything without her. I tried calling her, texting her, going to her apartment, but she wouldn't see me. I had broken her trust, and I knew it wouldn't be easy to earn it back. If it was even possible, I had to do something. I couldn't let it end like this. I realized that grand gestures and expensive gifts wouldn't fix this. That was the old me, the very thing I was trying to escape. I had to show her my heart, the real one she had fallen for. I thought about what she loved most, what made her truly happy, and then it hit me. Her dream of opening a flower shop. I didn't just buy her a shop. That would have been too easy, too impersonal. Instead, I found a rundown, forgotten storefront in our neighborhood, the one we used to walk past and imagine what it could be. I spent weeks working on it myself, alongside a small construction crew. I poured my sweat, my regret, and all my hope into that little building. I restored the old brick, installed large, sunny windows, and built rustic wooden shelves with my own hands. I wanted it to be a space that was built not with my money, but with my love and my remorse. When it was finally ready, I didn't send a fancy invitation. I simply left a single, perfect sunflower, her favorite on her doorstep with a small note that said, "I know I messed up, but I built this for you, with my own hands. Please, just come and see it." I waited, my heart pounding in my chest, not knowing if she would come. Hours felt like days. Just as I was about to lose all hope, I saw her walking down the street. She stood in front of the shop, her eyes wide as she took it all in. The sign above the door read Clara's Garden. She slowly pushed the door open and stepped inside. The late afternoon sun streamed through the windows, illuminating the empty shelves and the scent of fresh wood and paint. I was standing in the middle of the room, my heart in my throat. Tears streamed down her face, but this time, they weren't tears of hurt. She looked at my hands, calloused and stained from the work. She looked at the love and care that had gone into every detail of the shop, and then she looked at me. "You did all this?" she whispered. "I did," I said, my voice thick with emotion. "Clara, I know I lied, and I am so sorry. Pretending to be poor was a stupid way to find something real. But what I found with you, that was the realest thing in my life. I fell in love with you, not as a tycoon, but as the guy who shared cheap noodles with you and watched sunsets on a bridge. This shop, this is me trying to show you that my feelings are true. I don't want to buy your forgiveness. I want to earn it. I want to build a future with you, for real this time." She walked towards me and cupped my face in her hands. She looked deep into my eyes, searching for the man she fell in love with. After a long moment, a small smile graced her lips. "Well," she said softly, "we are going to need a lot of flowers to fill this place." In that moment, I knew. I knew we were going to be okay. My secret life as a poor man was over, but my real life, with her, was just beginning. Thank you so much for watching our story today. Sometimes the most complicated journeys lead us to the simplest truths. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more stories that touch the heart. We'll see you in the next one.